What is going on, guys? Andrew Hayes here, finally back with another review, and today I'm reviewing Us, which is Jordan Peele's latest effort following Get Out, and stars Lupita Nyong'o and Winston Duke, and is about Lupita Nyong'o and Winston Duke and their family, who goes down to the beach house for the summer, and things kind of get crazy when they are confronted and terrorized by a group of doppelgangers. So now they must fight them off, and a lot of craziness happens. Now, I was very, very excited for this movie. I was excited right after Get Out, which was Jordan Peele's directorial debut. I ended up loving Get Out, and I became an instant fan of, the director. I was always a fan of Jordan Peele, loved what he did with Key and Peele, but, with Get Out, I didn't know exactly how that was going to turn out, and I was intrigued more than excited for that movie. But then, I ended up loving the movie, and I go, all right, I need to see more horror movies from Jordan Peele, because he obviously has a passion for it. He is a master at his craft, and, after seeing that, I couldn't wait to see what he did next. And then, so ever since this was announced, I was on board since day one, and then obviously with more details and the trailers and the posters and all that kind of fun stuff, I got more and more excited. So this was actually in my top 5 most anticipated of the year, because that's how excited I was for it. And I gotta say, it did not disappoint. I ended up loving this movie. This movie really, it's a lot different than Get Out, and the connection between the two movies of Jordan Peele directing both of them. But I think Get Out is great on its own, and this is great on its own. And I'm just happy that Jordan Peele avoided the sophomore slump and now has 2 great movies. Now, let me get into why I love those movies. Why I love this movie, I should say. I'll start off with the cast. I think the cast is phenomenal in this movie. I think that everybody does a great job acting, because, not only are they essentially playing one role, they're playing 2 roles, because they got to play their regular selves and, their tether selves, which are their doppelgangers. So, while the regular selves are like, that performance with the regular selves are good, and they're great with the regular selves, but I am more impressed because not only are they great with the regular selves, but they're great with their tethered selves. So just them being great at both is phenomenal. Especially I think the standout with this movie has to be Lupita Nyong'o. This is definitely the best performance I have seen her. And I haven't seen 12 Years a Slave, so I can't comment on that. But from what I have seen of her, I know she's a great actress, and I already thought she was a great actress. But, this is definitely the best performance I have seen from her, and it's actually my favorite performance of the year. Her playing, her regular self and her tethered self. Because, they're essentially two different roles, and that's why I'm so impressed with everybody who plays a regular self and their tethered self, because they're essentially playing 2 different roles. It's not like they're playing 2 of the same roles. The tethers might be the doppelganger, but they don't act exactly like the regular selves. So the fact that they're playing 2 different roles, I think, is very impressive. And I just think that the most impressive out of all of them was Lupita Nyong'o, especially her performance as her tethered, because that was fantastic. And, Winston Duke was great. I loved him, as the tethered dude, but I specifically loved him as, his regular self, his human self. Because, he provides a little bit of comic relief, and, it never felt out of place. It always hit the mark exactly like I think it should have. And, there are some great lines, and he just gives a great performance. Also, I gotta say, Elizabeth Moss and Tim Heidecker in this movie are also really good. I did not know either of them before this movie, but I saw them and I love them in this movie, especially as their tethered self. Especially Elizabeth Moss, I think, was great. She it gave a really creepy vibe. Really it kind of reminded me a little bit of the Joker, or Harley Quinn. I gotta say, and you guys know I can always appreciate a good Joker, but I see this and I go, I wouldn't mind her as the Joker, because she just, how creepy she was as her tethered was great, and the same with Tim Heidecker. Like he did so like great, like the way he was moving and like the noises he made were pretty awesome, and I just loved his mannerisms, which were great. And same with all of them. All the tethered were great. Now I gotta talk about the writing, because I think one of the big standouts in Get Out was the writing. That actually ended up being my favorite screenplay of 2017. It did win the Oscar for that, which rightfully so. And what I love about Get Out is it just, the writing is so smart, so phenomenal, and that the way it is written, the more you rewatch it, the more you pick up on little things here and there, and the better it gets. And I think a lot of that has to do with the writing. And while I haven't seen Us again, which I will be doing very, very soon, you could just tell that there are little things, because I noticed them this time around, because I was kind of looking for them, like little clues, and once, towards the end, I go, okay, I didn't notice that before, and I think the writing is, again, brilliant in this movie. And I say I can't wait to see it again, because I want to pick up on those little things, because Jordan Peele has little things, little clues, little Easter eggs for you, because that's how he writes, and I just think that that's just great. And the other huge thing I gotta touch upon is the twist, and obviously I'm not gonna say what that twist is. I gotta say, it's quite polarizing, this twist, and I could see it dividing some people. The twist happened, and I was kind of initially in shock and kind of confused by it, but, the more I thought about it, and the more I realized, how this twist makes sense, to me at least, I ended up loving the twist and loving the movie even more. And, that twist is a big reason why, the movie sticks with me. And, I just love movies that just stick with me and resonate with me. And this movie is definitely one of those movies that just sticks with you. And it definitely resonated with me and just stuck with me for a long time. I couldn't stop thinking about it for, the next couple days. And I still honestly quite can't stop thinking about it. I think, I'm so happy Jordan Peele avoided the sophomore slump. I am so happy that he has another great movie. He is quickly becoming one of my favorite directors. I can't wait to see what he does next. He is a master at his craft, and, as long as he keeps at this rate, he is definitely going to go down in history as one of the greatest directors of all time. I give this movie an A+. Now, thank you guys for watching. Please be on the lookout for my next review, which hopefully will be coming soon. I know I said I would try to be more consistent, and I have. It's just that I've been busy. In the beginning of the year, I'm busy. But no, I have more free time now. I do want to start reviewing more. I should have my next review coming soon. And I do apologize for not being as consistent as I said I would be, because I trust me, I do really want to be consistent. But anyway, thank you guys for watching. Please comment, like, subscribe, do all that kind of fun stuff. Until next time, guys, have a nice day.